In this video, we're going to create a new title block. So again, from the starting menu, we'll go up to the R in the corner. We'll go to New Title Block this time. And we're going to pick a size of paper that we want to use for our title block. And we're going to use the 24 by 18. And we'll open that. Now that opens a drawing file, and the outline that you see in front of you here is actually 24 inches wide and 18 inches tall. So the first thing we're going to do is create the outline or the border lines around our title block. So I'm going to click on this line, and I'm going to offset it 3/4 of an inch. Okay. On the other three sides, this is the side that would have the binding on it. On the other three sides, I'm going to make it 3/8 of an inch. So I'm going to offset again, and this time 3/8. Here, here, and here. Then I'm going to trim those corners together. For this title block, I'm going to put the title block area on the end, so I'm going to take this line and I'm going to offset it, we'll say 1.5 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to draw some more lines, so I'll go to Create Lines. And up from the bottom, I'm going to come up 1.5 inches back over. I'm just going to draw another line up here about 4.5 over. And I'm just randomly picking these sizes because you can create whatever you want, but I'm going to come up another 4.5 and put a line over. And then up here at the top, I'm going to come down 2 inches and put another line. So this is just creating a block area that we can put some text in. Now, as you look at this, you'll notice that these lines are very thin, and I want to create a thicker, heavier border line. In order to do that, we're going to need to go to Create, I think it's under Manage. It's under Manage. We're going to go Manage Object Styles, and here's where we get some lines to work with. Title block lines. Okay, so we have a medium, a thin, and a wide, and I want to create a new one, and I'm going to call this the border line. And say OK. Now the border line, oops, I'm going to undo that. Or I'm going to have to delete that, I guess, here. Because I didn't want it under generic annotation, I want it under title block lines, so I'm going to just have to click down here and then go to New and type in border lines. Now it puts it in the right category. I'm going to make the thickness of that line maybe about a 7. I want it to be bolder, I want it to be black, and I want it to be solid. So I will say Apply and OK. Now I can come in here and I can actually window all of those lines that I put in there that I want to be thicker. And I can click up here and find that border lines line type. And now if we zoomed in, we can see that those are all thicker. Okay, so that's a way of creating thicker lines. While you're in a project, oftentimes you will go to lines, and you have this option over here, which is subcategories of lines. And now it should show up in here again too, as border lines. Alright, so now I want to put some a text into this into this box. First thing I'm going to put in is the sheet number area down here. So I'm going to go and create just some text, not labels but text, and it's going to default to Notes 1. If I go edit the type of Notes 1, you'll see that Notes 1 is a 1/4 inch text. Well, I don't want that, so I'm going to go to Text Notes and duplicate that, and I'm going to make it Text Notes 2 then. I'm going to say OK, and Text Notes 2, I want that to be a very small text, so I want it to be 1/16 inch. Okay, and I'm going to come down into here and I'm going to type in sheet number. Okay, now I got sheet number written in there. Now I want to put a whatever the sheet number is going to be down here, so I'm going to go back to create, and this time it's going to be a label. I'm going to create a label, and I'm going to click, and I want to find sheet number right here, and I'm going to add it over here. The sample value is A101. It's just a sample value. I'm going to apply that and say OK. So it drops it in here. Now if I clicked on that, I can see that that's under tag 1, and tag 1, the size of tag 1 is 1/4 inch text, and that's probably OK. Say OK. I can move that a little bit. And then I can also make the space smaller for it. Okay. Now in this area in here, I want to put some lines, some divider lines. So I'm going to go back to create, and I'm just going to use some lines, and I'm just going to use thin lines, and I'm just going to randomly throw in 3 lines, or 3 lines. And I'm not worrying about the spacing of those lines at this point, and they look like they're pretty even, but they may not be. But if I went to dimension them, you would see that they're not perfectly the same. The nice thing about this dimensioning process, though, is that I can click on those and I can make them equal. Now they're equal. Now I can get rid of the dimensions, and I know that they're all spaced equal. I'm going to just take and copy this, for example. I'm going to copy this up here. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees, and then I'm going to move it up into this spot here, and I'm going to edit the text and make this drawn by. Forgot to delete what was in there, so again I'll have to run by and then delete that part. Okay, so I got it drawn by. I'm going to copy again multiple times, so I can copy it down to here, here. And get those all lined up nice. Okay. And the second one down, I want to edit that to say date. And the next one, I'm going to say checked by. And change this to date again. So we have check by date. Okay, so I got all of those in there, and those are just text now. So now I need to put some tags in there, or so I'm going to create some labels. So I'm going to create labels, and this time I want drawn by, so I want to find that. Drawn by, add that, apply it, say OK. Now I need to rotate that. It has a little rotate button on it. Move that tag up a little bit. And that's under tag 1. I want to make that, edit that type. I have only tag 1 in there, so I want to duplicate it. I want to make that tag 2. And tag 2, because the text was too big, I want that to be 1/8 inch text. And now I can move that down so it fits into space. Okay, I need a date, a check by and a date yet. So again, I would go to create a label. Click a spot. I'm going to find, there's several different types of dates in here. There's date timestamp. Don't use that one. Use the sheet issue date. Click on that, add that, apply that and say OK. And again, we'll click on that and change the text size to the opposite one here. So it's 1/8 inch text. We will rotate that, and then we'll move that down into the space. Line it up. In this case, I want another one below it, so I should be able to copy that from here to here. And then I want to create a check by. So I'm going to go to create again, another label. And we have checked by, have that. I'll say apply and OK. And again, I need to change that to tag 2 to get the right text size. I need to rotate it. And I need to move it. Okay, so these are just editable text that we have in here. Okay, so I want to put in the middle here, I want to put something else. So I want to go and create a line, and it'll be a thin line again, and I'm going to go from the middle this time of this to here. I'm going to put a project name and a project address in here. So I'm going to go to create text again. Well, I'm going to cancel that. As long as I have these in here, I could do it that way, but I'm just going to copy these up here. So I'm going to copy those from there to there. And then just edit them. That's probably the fastest way for me anyway. So if I, here I'm going to go project. I should have all capitals there again, I guess. Just to make it uniform throughout my title block. And down here, I want those to be address. Or I'll just put in location. Address would have been alright too, but location is fine. Now I'm going to go and go back to create a label. The label is going to be the project name. Add that. Apply. Okay. Rotate that up. I will move it into the space. Now, again, it's a little too big, except that I can drag this out and probably get that all in one line. And then move it down. So again, that one is tag 1, and tag 1 was too big a text, so I can change that down like that. Location, so I'm going to go to create again another label. Project address, I'll say, and I'm going to put that in, apply that, say OK. I'm going to change that to tag 2. I'm going to rotate it and then move it into the space. I'm going to probably move it up a little bit because that'll probably end up being a double line at some point. Okay, another thing I'm going to probably want to put in my company name over here. So I'm going to just go to create some text, and I want a little bit bigger text in there, so I'm going to go click on text 1. I'm going to edit the type. I'm going to make it a duplicate, and I'm going to make it text 3, excuse me, and I'm going to make the text size 5/16. So it's a little bigger than quarter. And say want it to be Arial. Maybe I want to change the font a little bit. I'm going to make it Arial black. I'm going to make it italics, and I'm going to make it bold. Okay. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to type in custom designs. Okay. And you know, you can make whatever name you want to put in there. This is just something I'm throwing in there as my company name. And I'm going to shrink that down so it's in 2 lines. And then I'm going to put a little image up here as a logo image for my company. So I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to insert an image. I'm going to go find an image somewhere in my computer, or you could find other images or pictures you might have. But I know I have some in a certain location, so I'll go pick on that. And I'll go down to my 201 class, and I have some images in here. So wherever you might have some images, let's see what I got here that I can use. Okay, so that's just kind of an image. I don't know if that's a good image or not, but it's an image anyway. And then I can size that image, and if I don't like it, I can always change it later. So that, I'll probably rotate that. And then I'll move that into the space. And I can resize it if I think it needs to be a little bit bigger. So, I don't know if that's a great image for my, but that's fine. I'm going to also take and copy this one, this label that I put down here, up here, and I'm just going to rename it Revisions. Okay, so now I have a revision block, and then I'll put some lines in there. So I can put some dates in as to when I made revisions. Again, I'm going to do that little dimensioning to get them all the same. Hit the equals, and then delete that. Okay. So I have a title block. Now I can go to File, Save As, a family this time, not a template, but a family. And I'm going to save it somewhere in my computer as hard drive. So I'm going to save it to my documents. And I have a file for my 202 class. And I'm going to save it as Revit title blocks, and I'm going to save it as ARCT-202 title block 2 in this case, because I already have one, so and I'll save that. And I'll close it. Okay, that's going to end this a video on how to create a title block. In the next video, we will reopen our project template, and we will get this title block into that project template, and therefore when we open that template, it will automatically have this title block in it. So that'll be in the next video.